Hello everyone, welcome to United Way of the Bluegrass's online training series for the 2011-2014 fund distribution process. This first video provides you with a step-by-step walkthrough for accessing and completing the online letter of intent. To access the letter of intent, go to our website www.uwbg.org, go to Our Partners, click on Agency Partners. When you're on the Agency Partners page, click on Agency Tools right here in the middle of the screen. That will take you to the Agency Tools page. Find the second bulleted link called Partner Agency Website and click that. Notice that when you click that link, the website opens in a new window. If you have pop-up blocker on your browser, it more than likely will block the website from opening. So please adjust your pop-up settings accordingly on your browser because we want you to be able to access the website easily. When you get to the login page, it's asking for your username and password. If you don't remember your username or your password, please contact Anna McGlone here at our office. She's more than happy to help you track down your username or reset your password. When you have that, log into the site, and I'm going to log into the Pasta Solutions agency, which we have used a lot for fund distribution and outcomes training. Many of you are familiar with that. I'm going to put my username and password in, and I'm going to click sign in to our secure server. Once I do, come up to a page that you should recognize. Let me mention briefly before we go into the letter of intent, the Resource Center down here at the bottom left-hand corner of the page. This has important information including the full versions of the impact agendas, a sheet that has all the important staff contacts for you during the process, and it actually has the community investment guide here. This is a document that we sent to you on October 5th regarding this step of the process, and it's right here for your convenience. To get to the letter of intent, click the program link, and once you do, you'll get to a screen. Many of you, if you've been to this page in the past, you've seen all your programs listed here, and don't worry, they haven't gone away. We have just made them inactive for this part of the process. It just makes it easier on us to process the new requests, and it doesn't clutter up the screen with a larger list of programs at this point. To access the form, please click here on Add New Program. That will open the form, and you'll see the very first thing the form is asking for is program, and that means program name. I would say at this point, many of you are thinking about programs that you've always submitted to us and how they correspond to the impact agendas that we've set forward. You may be thinking, I'm going to call the program the same name, or I'm going to adjust the name, and that is perfectly fine. You should call the program what your organization is comfortable with. So if you have a program and you want to call it something different, it's something that we're familiar with, that's fine. Go right ahead and do that. And obviously, if it's a new program, you'll be coming up with a name for the program. Pasta Solutions is going to be proposing a new program to United Way of the Bluegrass, and it is called Whole Wheat Solutions. And I'm going to type that name in here. And then the next thing it's asked me for is what impact area is this program going to address. And this is a health-related program, so I'm going to select health from the drop-down. Then it's asking me for a description, and notice this is a 1,500 character limit description. Use that 1,500 character limit to the greatest extent possible. You can be as short and concise or as detailed as that will allow. We just really need a good idea of what this program is. So try to get within that character limit a general description. Many of you may remember that EC Impact does not have spell check, and we have always recommended that you use whatever word processing program you use to type up narrative pieces. That way you can spell check them and then copy and paste them into the form. And that's what I have done here. I'm going to go to my Word document where I have the program description. I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to paste it in, and there we're ready to go on that. The next thing that the form is asking me about is what is the target outcome that this program addresses. And again, this can be targeted outcome or outcomes. And of course, I've said that this is a health program, so I need to look at the health outcomes. And I know from my program description and what Pasta Solutions has said about the program that this points to United Way's health outcomes 3.2, which have to do with healthy weight. So I'm going to select those. A word about outcomes here before we continue. When you're talking about the impact area in the program, please don't just select all the outcomes in that particular outcome or that particular impact area just to make sure you catch it or that you get it. Really be thoughtful about what outcome does this program address, what outcome or outcomes does this program address, and select accordingly. The next thing that the form asks you is which process, and a little bit more about the process, a little more detail about the process. So are you submitting a local request or a regional request? And if you're submitting a regional request, is it a primary or support type program? Please consult the Community Investment Guide, either here on EC Impact's website or the copy that we sent you via email for more information about regional versus local and primary versus support. Primary means that it's a program that has a direct impact on the outcome that you've identified. Support can be things like essential services or a particular type of program that really has to be in place for the primary, the major impact programs to happen. If you have additional questions about what we mean by primary versus support, please contact us and we'll try to walk through talk about your program and primary versus support and try to help you out there. So I'm going to select Community Impact Primary, and Pasta Solutions is intending to ask for funding in the regional process. The next box asks you to explain your decision about regional versus local and primary versus support. And again, I'm going to go back to my Word document and capture the language I wrote for that rationale and paste it into the form. I'm then going to go down to the next piece of information, which is a single or multiple organization request. If you remember from the impact meetings, we talked about that our process was now allowing for you to submit a joint request with other organizations. That really is up to your organization and the potential partner organizations. And you need to ask, does that make sense? Does it make the program stronger? Does it make the request stronger? We're certainly happy to talk through your thoughts on that, but this is really an organization decision. So for the sake of time, I'm going to select single organization request. If I had multiple organization requests, I would list the organizations in this next box. You don't need to put contact information here or anything, just list the potential partners so we get an idea of what we're looking at. The next box asks you for counties served by the program. Again, don't be constrained by what you've done in the past. If you've got a program that's serving all the counties or 4 of the counties or however many, just select the ones that this program is going to serve. I'm going to select all of them for the whole wheat solutions. The last piece of information that we're asking for is the estimated amount of requests, and we really do mean an estimate. We're not locking you in here to a request amount. What I would say though is try to get that request amount as close to what you are going to ask for as possible. So don't put 30,000 here during the letter of intent phase and then ask for 500,000. Try to keep it as close as possible so we can plan appropriately. And I'll put that information in, and I'm going to click Save. And notice when I click Save, I get a thank you screen, so that tells you that it's been submitted. You won't get an email right away. You'll get an email after we approve the registration. That could be the same day, the same hour even, or it could be later on in the next couple of weeks. But you should get an email confirmation before or on the day the due date, which is November 5th. I hope this was helpful. Thank you very much.